executing their offensive play in the half court very well.
Michael Jordan line drives it home. Phoenix 61 and Chicago 55. West setting the pick. And Marley has been very quiet. Richard Dumas with all 7 Phoenix points this third quarter. Barkley, yes. Charles Barkley has 20. The Suns 63. The Bulls 55. Cartwright over to set the screen. Now Cartwright with the open shot. Kevin Johnson. Played by Michael Jordan. They isolate for Barkley. No help. And Barkley puts it down. Charles went one-on-one with Horace Grant, and Phil Jackson is very unhappy.
You get to a certain point where you've got to make a decision now. Do you get the ball out of Charles Barkley's hands earlier than you've been coming? But the guy who has been playing so well for them, the rookie Richard Dumas, again, the pick and roll game with Kevin Johnson and the conversion. When do you come and get it out of Charles's hands? Because he's just too much one-on-one down low.
And Paul Westphal said, yeah, that's the way to do it.
7:36 remaining in the third. Phoenix by 10.
The NBA on NBC is brought to you by Acura Automobiles. Experience precision-crafted performance. By AT&T, the official telecommunications company of the NBA. And by Coppertone Sports Sunblock. Provides all-day UVA and UVB protection.
Welcome back to Chicago. The Suns lead by 10, and that man, Richard Dumas, rookie from Oklahoma State, in games 2, 3, and 4, provided a jump start. That's the term that Paul Westphal likes to use concerning the play of Dumas, who would get the minutes early but would not play much in the second half. Well, tonight he has done it in the first half, and here in the early moments of the third quarter, Dumas with 21 points and has had the hot hand. He's 10 of 11 from the field.
But Marv, what the fans should understand with Richard Dumas, his man is always leaving to go double team. So tonight he's finding an open area where they can get in the ball and he can score off of that double team.
Well, Purdue back on the floor, not able to hit on that tip, and it's Dumas again. Well, following a strong regular season, Dumas struggled in the first round of the playoffs against the Los Angeles Lakers, had his problems against Seattle, and then turned it around. In fact, sat out completely in game number 7 with Tom Chambers playing most of the way against Seattle. And Dumas has come on in the first halves of this series. Will Purdue off the mark? Suns by 12 and back to the offense. Phoenix has hit its last 5 shots. Barkley off the fake and the double pump, and he's called for the up and down. It's a travel violation.
Richard Dumas in transition is picked up by Michael Jordan. He just catches, elevates up over the top of Michael Jordan, playing with a tremendous amount of confidence right now.
Well, because he's been scoring early. So he's got the confidence because he's been playing good, and he played good in the first half.
Jordan is off. Dumas with the rebound. John Lucas, now the coach of the San Antonio Spurs, and a man who was so instrumental, as Armstrong is called for the foul, so instrumental in the recovery from a drug problem suffered by Richard Dumas. John Lucas coaching the Miami Tropics of the USBL. Dumas a member of that squad. John may have gotten a little carried away with the comparison, but he said somewhere down the road, we're looking at another Julius Erving. That was the comparison he made, which may be a little bit too much, but John has been a great supporter of this guy. Rookie from Oklahoma State, Richard Dumas, played 2 years at Oklahoma State, then he played 1 season in Israel. Here's Pippen on the run against West, and he's fouled.
See, that's what they didn't do last game. Now they're hard fouling. Now they say no layups. And this is what happens. And that's why the Phoenix Suns are playing as good as they're playing. Because, see, here they say, okay, Scotty, you going to the hole? We're going to foul you, send you to the free throw line.
want to go back to that statement that John Lucas made about Richard Dumas. There was a little more to that sentence comparing him to Dr. J. He said he may be seeing a Dr. J with a better jump shot, however.
Well, John is a good friend of mine, and I like John. But I don't see no Dr. J in Richard Dumas. Now, I see some similarities when he take it to the basket and dunk on people. But Dr. J is a Hall of Famer, one of the greatest to ever play. Richard Dumas got a long way, but I do like Richard Dumas' game, and he's come on strong here tonight.
And the Suns able to elude the trap. Marley for three. Yes! Dan Marley hitting his second from downtown, and the Suns open up a 13-point lead.
They're playing loose. You can see it. They come down, pitch ahead, stop behind the three-point line, let it go, and that's the weapon they've used all year to win.
Pippen is foul, sandwiched between Marley and Miller.
Pitch ahead, stop behind the three-point line, and get it up there before Chicago can rotate back out. Dan Marley extends the defense, puts tremendous pressure on you, and once again, this cross-matching defensively. What I mean is the unusual matchups that Phoenix is playing. KJ on MJ, Charles guarding Cartwright, Dumas playing BJ. It's hurting Chicago just as it did in Game 3. Last time out, Ahmad overheard the staff talking about it to the players. You've got to cover for each other when they're cross-matching you. It's been a problem in runouts.
Ahmad overheard the staff, sneaking his way in.
Scooped Rashad.
Yes. 12-point Phoenix Suns lead. A foul called down low. It's a hold on Grant. That is his second.
Well, here it is right here. It's inside Charles. What happened, Horace grabbed his arm, and then Charles couldn't get free.
Dumas from Miller did not have the shot. Works it back out. Pippen with the steal. 3-on-2. Suns able to recover. Jordan. Stop from behind. Dumas got a piece of it. And Dumas will finish it off. Michael Jordan upset. He felt he was fouled. Phil Jackson calls for time.
You think back to the last game, remember Michael Jordan getting to the front of the rim for the dunks? This time when he starts down the lane, look for Oliver Miller to step up, make himself big. It stops Michael Jordan before he can get there. Do I have it? No. There's the big man, Miller. Body contact, the turnover. Again, the defense. 3 people surrounding the basketball. In the Phoenix locker room just before the game, the one thing they talked about was, let's guard people out there tonight.
An 18-9 run by the Suns, and they lead by 14.
outside position to get this crowd involved. He sees Scotty underneath, but the ball just a little bit too high. He knows it. An opportunity for two that just slipped away.
Stacey King on the line for the first time. A 70% free throw shooter. Danny Ainge is back. Richard Dumas will sit down. Dumas with 25 points on 12 of 14. And Scott Williams departs.
Phil Jackson brings back the three-point brigade. Brings in Paxson, has BJ out there, and Michael Jordan.
Phoenix leading 74-68. The Phoenix Suns try to take this series back to a Game 6 Sunday night in Phoenix. Chicago looking to wrap it to make it 3 straight wins. Paxson with another good play. Jordan. He'll go to the line.
On the foul line, a little bit unusual type of box out. Barkley knows MJ's quicker. He might try to fake him out. So he face guards him on the block out so that Michael can't get to the rim in case of a miss.
And this is the first time that Michael has gone to the basket and got fouled. And this will be his first free throw attempt.
Oliver Miller called for that foul, his third. Suns over the limit. Michael Jordan has been off at the free throw line, only 13 for 18 on Wednesday night. And you can see the progression in the series. The Bulls down to the line 10 times tonight. Suns by 5, just under 2 minutes remaining in the third. Barkley played by Pippen. Barkley dumped it off. Nice play. Oliver Miller completing it.
Every time that the Chicago Bulls come back to make a run, then the Phoenix Suns come right back with a run of their own.
Suns have a 7